Well, good morning, friends. Today, we're going to talk a little bit about hope and also about how we might think about a small assessment that we can all do to kind of check in about ourselves. I don't know where I learned it, but there was this kind of five-finger thing that sometime in my childhood grew up, and I was sort of taught, did you have something to eat today? Did you have a place to sleep today? Do you have somebody who loves you? Do you have something meaningful to do today? And do you have hope today? This was sort of a thing that was uh, taught to me as a child. And it was sort of, it's a funny thing because it's ingrained in me. And a lot of times when I'm sort of in a moment of frustration or dissatisfaction, I'll look at those things and say, well, okay, all that stuff is happening. So maybe whatever problem is before me is not as big as I'm thinking it is, um, or the other piece to that would come later was that if you know someone who doesn't have those five things, what are you going to do to help them um, and serve them to get to that point? So that's something we're thinking about. But part of what it kind of ingrained in me was this sense of hope. Like it was a sense of being able to check in to know that these things are sort of in place, stuff is happening, and there was a sense of hope that whatever was passing before me, whatever was happening before me was temporary, and that you move through it. I found this wonderful little piece of a poem from Emily Dickinson, and it reads, "Hope is the thing with feathers that perches in the soul and sings the tune without the words and never stops at all." Having a hope that sits and perches in the soul that sings a tune without words and never stops at all. So maybe something to think about is what gives you hope. Like whoever taught me that five-finger thing, that stayed with me almost my entire life, of a way of sort of being reminded of that song that's singing in there, right? That I might not know the tune, but it never really stops, and I mean, I might not know the words, but there's always sort of this sense of hope. And so, what is in you? What stays with you that gives you hope, that leads you to that kind of hope, and certainly a hope that God is sustaining in each of us, that we might find. So, lots to think about today. I hope you have a great day, and I hope you can connect with what gives you hope. Amen.
I can feel his mighty power and his grace. I can hear the brush of angels' wings. I see glory on each face. Surely the presence of the Lord is in this place. In the midst of his children, the Lord said he would be. It doesn't take very many. It can be just two or three. And I feel the same sweet spirit that I felt oft times before. Surely I can say I've been with I see glory on each face. Surely the presence